Hi everyone, and welcome back to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsey. Today I'm excited to share with you my 7th alternative card design created with the January 2026 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Special Delivery. This kit creates the most beautiful cards with soft Valentine colors, gorgeous floral images, and fun postage inspired elements. There are 3 original cards that you can make, and you get enough supplies to make 3 of each card. If you're interested in watching me unbox the kit or creating any of my other alternatives, you can click on the playlist up here in the top right corner. So for today's card, I am sharing with you this beautiful layered postage inspired card. And it just shows how many possibilities are packed into one paper pumpkin kit. By layering and stacking pieces, you can create extra dimension and make certain elements stand out in a big way. Don't forget that all my Paper Pumpkin subscribers receive amazing perks from me. When you get the kit each month, I mail you my very own card kit and email a PDF with even more alternative ideas. If you'd also like to receive this extra perk, sign up for Paper Pumpkin using the link below and make sure to select me as your demonstrator. Make sure to also like and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. Let's first talk about all of the pieces you're going to need for this card. I'm going to begin with a crumb cake card base. It's just the typical 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Then I have my blue plaid envelope piece, and this is 3.5 inches by 5 1/8 inch. And if you notice, I've cut it so that the center is off to the left and close to the top. So it's about, let's just measure really quick. It's about 1/2 inch on that side and about 1/2 inch on that side. So with a 1/2 inch border about, okay? Then we also have, a blueberry bushel cardstock piece, and it's just large enough to be a backing for this cute blue postage stamp. So that's like a blue floral one, and this piece here is 1 1/4 inches by 1 3/4 inches. And then I have a mossy meadow piece that is going to back this larger blue and white flower postage stamp. And this mossy meadow piece is 1 1/2 inches by 2 5/8 inches. And you can get all the dimensions for the cardstock pieces and what I've used on my blog. And that's for each individual tutorial. If you're interested in getting a cutting guide, you can either sign up for Paper Pumpkin and get your subscription through me. And again, that link is below in the description. You can join my team of demonstrators, or you can sign up for $4.99 a month and to my Paper Pumpkin Cut Club, and that's here on YouTube. I also have some gold foil strips. This larger piece is for cutting out this beautiful die, and then the skinnier piece is for the extra stamping, and that piece is about 3/8 of an inch by 3.5 inches. And then I have some white cardstock, and this is for the extra die cutting. We're going to cut some more of that beautiful die, and we stack them on top of each other, just similar to what we've done in a past alternative. And then I also just have an edge of that scallop oval that came from the kit. And then we'll be adding some twine to this as well. Starting with our card base, we're going to go ahead and fold that in half, and we're going to splatter with crumb cake ink over the top. And just focus along the outside edges. And that just gives it another layer of texture. And then put that off to the side, and we're going to grab that blue envelope piece, and we're going to stamp on this. Because we're using a lot of different colors, we've got the blue and the green, I wanted to incorporate some of those colors as well. So let's begin with the crumb cake. I did the crumb cake ink with the love heart circle and just kind of stamp that randomly around the blue envelope piece. Something like that. Then we're going to switch over to a different color. I'm going to do Mossy Meadow, and we're going to do the wavy canceled postage, I think is the image here. And just kind of stamp that on. Let's see, where else did I put this? A couple, could do the waves up there, and then maybe a little bit here. Okay. This didn't get fully stamped. It's okay. Then we're going to do the tiny hearts in Blueberry Bushel. I love this row of hearts. It's just so cute. And because I had an issue here, I'm just going to cover that up with my hearts. I like to sometimes stamp these in multiples. Kind of keep it all grouped together. They can overlap one another as well. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. We don't want to overwhelm the paper, just give it a little more interest with those images. Okay, so we're next going to create a banner with this. So it's 3.5 inches, so you're going to want to do something that's about 1 3/4, 1 3/4, I think is right. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3. Yeah, that looks about right. And then maybe go up 1/4 inch or so. And then you're going to go from the corner to the top of that slit. And that is going to create a banner right in the center. And let's go ahead and add this to our card base. I'm going to add adhesive just in the center. And then this goes at the top, right in the middle. Very cute. I did want to just add a little bit of that gold. And so we're going to add this with glue on the left side and just tuck it in. Just like that, just in the lower half, because this is where our greeting will be. Go ahead and take those postage elements and the coordinating colored cardstock and add them to the top. So layer those together. And you're just looking for even borders. One will be just a little smaller than the other. So that border on that green one is a little thinner than the border on the blue one. And if you want to cut it down, you can. I liked it a little larger just to give it a little more visual weight. And then pop these up with dimensionals. And then let's add these to the card. So the green one goes up in the top right area, and then the bottom one goes down a little lower. And the edges don't quite meet like this. There's a little bit of an overlap. Okay, so you can see here that the bottom edge and the top edge just kind of overlap each other just a little bit if you're on that horizontal plane. Okay, so they're not on the same horizontal line here. So the next thing we're going to do is add adhesive sheet to the back of our gold. Just stick that right in the middle. And then we're going to cut out beautiful from that gold foil. We're also going to add the adhesive sheet to the white. And I'm going to try to get 2 from this one piece of white cardstock. So we're going to have a total of 3 beautiful dies cut pieces. So gold 1, white 2. Okay, so we've done this before on another card. You're just going to remove the gold and pop it onto the white. And if you want to remove it from the cardstock before adding it, you can do that, or just add it right on top and then remove that. And add it to the third one. So that way you have 3 die cuts all stacked together, and it's going to create this really beautiful die cut piece that we can add to our card. Just make sure all the centers come out. And then that bottom layer does have the adhesive sheet on it, so it's going to be sticky. And this is going to go right over the area between the 2 postage elements. So half is going to be on the bottom and half is going to be on the top. And then just make sure to press down nice and firm to get it to stick to those postage pieces. Then we are going to stamp our greeting on the gold strip. We're going to heat emboss it with white embossing powder. So to begin, take your embossing buddy and add that to the top. Then you're going to take your stamp, and I'm using You Brighten My Day, and you stamp it in Versamark, which is a sticky clear ink. And then you add that. You add white embossing powder to the top and shake off going one way, add some, shake off going the other way, tap off the excess. And then you're going to grab your heat tool and start heating that up. And then you just heat it up until the text gets shiny. And just make sure you don't burn your fingers, so switch the sides or use one of the reverse tweezers to hold it in place. And then you get this gorgeous heat embossed look on the gold foil. And you'll want to take a microfiber cloth and just clean off the top of the gold foil to remove the embossing buddy. And then you'll take a pair of scissors and just angle the ends just slightly. And then we'll add this to our card right underneath. And we're going to put some liquid adhesive here and then some dimensionals there. And this is just going to go right underneath. So cute. And then I'm going to take this white and gold, and it comes from the black, white, and gold baker's twine kit. You can see the black one is really beautiful too. And it got all tangled up, but I just need about 15 inches, and we're going to do a double bow, which I did share this technique last month, and I think I've done it one other time this month, but it's just a really quick and easy bow. Put your ends together, find the center, hold it with your middle finger and your thumb. Then the strings go in front of your fingers, and then you just take one and wrap it so it comes from front to the back and between the fingers, front to the back and between the fingers. And that was just with that one edge, and we do the same with the other. So front to the back, front to the back, and back to the front. And then with that one we just completed, you're going to go behind them all. So wrap that up and around, hold it again with your middle finger and thumb, and then just tie a knot. Sometimes this part is the hardest part. You do want to keep the loops around your fingers. If you remove them, then sometimes the bow falls apart. Okay, but you can move the middle finger to hold and pull that knot in place. Okay. There. And then you can take one and make it a little bigger, which makes it a little smaller on the other side, giving it just a little more interest to that bow so that they're not exactly the same. And then we'll just take that and a glue dot, and we'll add it to our card up in the top left corner. Just like that. Super cute, simple, beautiful layers. I just love this card. Thank you so much for watching me create this beautiful card today. If you're interested in getting written instructions or seeing close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. If you would like to get your own paper pumpkin subscription box, you can subscribe using the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.